Question number 5. A lot of parts. We just got to keep rolling along. Profit, revenue, and cost. So multiple parts, but it's not too bad, I guess. So we've got 3 functions that are given, or we'll figure out. Revenue, cost, profit, dollars. Production and sale of X items. What color are we good? We're in red. So revenue is 8x. So we're selling for $8. Okay. Cost is this part here. And start by finding the profit function. And again, remember, profit equals revenue minus cost. Put the parentheses. So that's going to be 8x minus 0.001x squared plus 3.3x plus 60. Distribute the negative to each of the terms. I know it's kind of repetitive, but it needs to be done. I just see too many times where that, or forgetting a 0. Sometimes it's you just write things down too many times and you make little copy errors, but you just careful each step. So these are all negative. They all started as positives. Okay. And so then we can combine like terms, 8x. So our profit function actually is going to be negative 0.001x squared. 8 minus 3.3 is going to be 4.7, positive 4.7x. That's what we get to keep. And then negative 60. So a $60 fixed cost, variable costs over here with the the negative, but the profit, what we get to end up with is 4.7 per unit. Well, we don't end up with it, but that's the positive we got to get out. So that's the revenue for 200. Okay, so revenue, we just have to remember revenue is just 8x. So to get the revenue, that's going to be 8 times 200. That's going to be $1,600. So we sell 200 of our whatever we're selling, $8 a piece. We end up with $1,600. The cost, though, to do that, we plug the 200 into the cost function. Again, that's going to be a little bit more of a calculation. 0.001 200 squared plus 3.3 200 plus 60, and again, then we'll find derivatives and all that kind of stuff. So let's just plug that in. Over here. 0.001 200 squared plus 3.3 times 200 plus 60. And again, this is just the cost function. I think it's 760. Now you could take this 200, plug it into the profit function, but it's really going to be revenue minus cost. So we could also just do, since we've calculated 200 of revenue, 200 of cost, easy way, 1,600 minus 7,600, that's going to be $840. Right, half of 1,600 would have been 8, so then there's 40 left over, so addition $840 is our profit. You should check it again, check it with the profit function, but you'll see that works. Okay, the derivative of the revenue function. Again, remember revenue function's up here, it's 8x, take its derivative, it's just going to be 8. Derivative of the revenue function is just 8. Derivative of the cost function. Let's see, we're up here, right? So 2 times 0.001 is going to be 0.002 x to the 1 power, because the 2 came down, 2 minus 1, plus 3.3. So that's our marginal cost to produce one more. So the derivative of the profit function, we come back to the profit function, or you could kind of put these together, I guess. But anyway, let's see what we get. You get 2 times that, so you're going to get a negative 0.002 x to the first power. You're going to get 4.7 x to the 0, which is 1, and the 60's gone. Now notice this would have been revenue minus this, so you would have got, there's the minus, and then 8 minus 3.3, there's your 4. So you could have also just built off of this, taking 8 minus 0.002x plus 3.3. So what we see is that it is true that the derivative of the profit function is equal to the derivative of the revenue function minus the derivative of the cost function. That is true as well, and as well as the originals. Now we want to get the derivatives at 200. So the derivative of the revenue function, well, there's no place to plug the 200. It's always, so this is marginal revenue is always 8. That means we're charging $8 per item. So it doesn't matter if we're at 200 or 400. The next item we sell, we get $8 for. We don't do discounts. We don't gouge, all that kind of stuff. The cost, though, at 200, the marginal cost, so we come to the derivative of the cost, that's going to be 0.002 times 200 plus 3.3. And so we can, let's see, 2 times 2 is 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, so that's going to be 0.4. So if I get my decimals all in the right place, or 1, 2, see, 200, 1, 2, yeah, I think it's going to be 0.4. And so that gives us 3.7. I'm just going to do a double check on that. Early morning, let's see, 0.002 times 200. I hate to be off by a power of 10, because that's a huge difference. Okay, good. I'm feeling better. But I've done that before, and if I didn't move the decimal enough or moved it too much, I'm off by a power of 10. So then our profit at 200, the marginal profit, marginal profit. So how much do we make when we sell one more after we're at 200? That's really what that's getting at. Again, we could just plug it into this, but you see, we sort of did that. We plugged it into the revenue. We plugged it into this. We subtracted them. So you could just do 8 minus 3.7. We'll do a quick check on that. 8 minus 3.7 is going to be 4.3. So let's do that. So if we were to plug it in here, negative 0.002 times 200 plus 4.7, this gives us negative 0.4, as we did down here. And we subtract that from there, you get 4.3. So, okay, it checks. All right, not too bad. Keep moving. Thanks, everyone.